it's Dr. Althoff with Althoff Wellness Clinic, and today I wanted to come in and just share my heart about something. So, my goal and my purpose is to really help patients so that they don't suffer, have a poor quality of life because of a health condition. Okay? And I want to help with health conditions in a natural way, without drugs, without surgery, without injections. Personally, myself, I've had a couple health conditions that really affected my quality of life. And because of those things, it's made me super passionate to help people with this. So I'm just going to share my story a little bit. I suffered from asthma as a kid, very severely. The asthma, they kept saying it's going to get better. You're going to grow out of it. It's going to get easier. But instead, it continued to get worse and worse. All through my teenage years, it continued to get worse until the point when I was in my undergrad and I struggled really bad with attacks. I had pneumonia. I ended up sleeping in a recliner for a month or so. I even ended up in the hospital with pneumonia and took my finals there while I was in school because I needed that extra help with my health because my asthma was so bad and so poor. And interestingly enough, how I got over that was all through natural care. That sounds crazy, but your neck, the nerves in your neck, they go down your arms, but those nerves also go to your heart and lungs. And unfortunately, I'd had several neck injuries, including a car accident that injured my neck when I was 17. And because of those things, it had created irritation on the nerves in my neck, so my neck hurt, but my arm might have been tingling and having problems. But it also created problems because then my nerve that was going to my lungs was not functioning appropriately. So I'm really grateful and thankful that I, if you will, tried chiropractic and tried acupuncture. It wasn't a quick fix, but it did make things, it made things so incredibly better. And I haven't had any medication or taken any other drugs or medication for asthma since I was 21. So I'm grateful and thankful for that. In addition to that neck problems that I had followed me through, unfortunately. And I have to think about this. When I was, this would have been 10 years ago. About 10 years ago, so when I was in my early 30s, mid 30s, my disc injury, my neck problem came back. And I woke up one morning and it was 4 a.m. and my neck hurt so bad and the pain was going down my arm and the pain was so horrific. Boy, I wish I could help you understand how bad it was. I could not go back to sleep. I couldn't sit up. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't lie down. I couldn't do anything without so severe pain. And I knew I had a big problem when I had went to the kitchen and I reached up for a bowl in the cabinet and my arm couldn't even hold the bowl up and the bowl hit me in the head. And the reason it did that is because the disc and the nerve were being pinched and it created this severe problem all the way down my arm, and that muscle could not even fire. It couldn't even do its job, which is why the bowl hit me in the head. I, of course, by that time was already in the chiropractic field, was already helping other patients with similar conditions. And so I knew that I did not want to have surgery. I went to drastic measures to get that taken care of. When it's affecting every aspect of your quality of life, from being able to sleep, to be able to hold your baby, to being able to take care of your children, your family, the pain was so severe that I couldn't think of anything other than the pain going down my arm. And it was really difficult to not say to patients, like, I'm in pain, because they're there for them, not for me. But I do understand and I do know what being in chronic pain, severe pain feels like. And having a health condition that no matter what they try, no matter what goes on, as far as medically with my asthma, it wasn't getting better. In fact, it was getting worse. So that is what has led me to where I'm at currently. That nerve pain is something. And it is part of the reason that I really feel for my patients with neuropathy. Neuropathy is a disease that damages the nerves. It usually stems from lack of blood flow or improper circulation to the surface circulation in the feet or the hands. And these patients struggle really bad with sleeping, with being able to stand, with walking, with falls, with sometimes severe pain, and sometimes just complete numbness. And so that's kind of how I grew into this opportunity, and watching a patient for 10 years get worse, watching his neuropathy progress, watching him get worse and worse with the neuropathy is what really led me to find solutions for him. And so for the last 4 years, I've been really working with mostly neuropathy patients to help them, provide them solutions, provide them opportunities through natural health care to reverse their neuropathy. You know, unfortunately with neuropathy, they feel like they've lost hope. They feel like there's nowhere they can turn. They've been already told by their doctors that you're just gonna have to learn to live with it and you're gonna be on this medication for the rest of their lives. And it's so awesome. It's a pleasure. It's my passion to help them to understand that there is hope and that we do reverse neuropathy and that their body can heal given the right opportunities. So I just wanted to take a moment and share with you my story of how I ended up doing all of this neuropathy and why I care, why I'm so passionate about helping patients with their chronic conditions, because I understand and I've been there.